Hey folks, and welcome to They Might Be Racing. Today I don't have anything really nice to say. In fact, I got a lot of bad things to say. If you drive a Dodge or Chrysler product that was built from as far back as I've gone as 2004 to present, and that product happens to have steel wheels, it is entirely possible that your life is in danger. This is the tire pressure sensor out of my mother's 2008 Town and Country, Chrysler Town and Country. So in other words, it's like a Dodge Caravan. If you note, you will see, I'll try to bring it up closer, that the valve stem is completely gone. I can see through it. I can actually see the camera through this thing. So what has happened is that when Chrysler made this part, and it's gone through 4 part revisions since this was made in 2008. So there's been 4 different ones of these made in that time period. They put a flimsy little rubber cap in here and a flimsy little rubber cap in here. And then they mount this into a steel wheel. This is aluminum. There is this crazy thing. It's called galvanic corrosion. It happens when 2 dissimilar metals are put next to each other. In particular, the noble metal, which in this case is steel, causes the weaker aluminum to corrode. And in this particular case, the bit that corrodes is the valve stem. So, thankfully, my mother just drove down from Seattle to Arizona, roughly 1,700 miles, and she made it here safely. And the day after she arrived, she was getting her car washed, and this little sucker went flat. The whole thing popped off. This could have happened to her at 75 miles an hour on the freaking highway. In fact, I went out, started doing research. Pages and pages and pages of this issue happening to people. Yet Chrysler, and not only does it just happen, but it happens when they're driving. There are numerous citations in there of people driving along at highway speeds and their tires suddenly go flat. So Chrysler, despite knowing about this, has not put out a TSB, nor has spent the extra frickin' nickel to coat this thing in Teflon or some other compound to keep the galvanic corrosion from occurring. All they have to do is properly insulate this thing from the rim. But have they done this? No. So, if you drive a Dodge, if you drive a Chrysler, if your car has steel wheels, I don't care which version it is, you want to get these things checked out. And you want to go to Chrysler and you want to express exactly how pissed off you are that they don't give a damn about your personal safety. This is insane and ridiculous. And the best part about this is it's a federal freaking law to have these in the car. These are required on all cars after 2007. So if you know about this problem and you say, I want rubber valve stems so that I do not die in a fiery ball of death, they can't put them in there for you. So while you're at it, write your damn congressman and tell him he's a frickin' buffoon. But for now, make sure you're safe. That could have been my mom rolling over. Or worse yet, my whole family. We were looking at buying a Caravan. I can tell you one thing, I'm not buying one until this problem is fixed. Now the nice thing is that if you do have aluminum rims, this is an aluminum part, it will not corrode, but if you've bought a car and it has steel wheels, Chrysler doesn't give a crap about you. Apparently you're not upscale enough to buy the aluminum wheels, and so you're not worth, I don't know, surviving a death, surviving a crash, or surviving long enough to buy a second one. So, it's not even like galvanic corrosion is some brand new thing that we've just learned about. This has been happening to metals since humans started processing metals. It's nothing new. Abso-freaking-lutely insane. I really hope the engineer that came up with this no longer is employed. I don't know, maybe Chrysler is hiring guys that get their diplomas out of Cracker Jack boxes. At any rate, to be on the safe side, check your wheels. If they're steel, check these. And it does not take much. All you have to do in many cases is just unthread the valve stem. Or take something small and tap it on the valve stem and see if it snaps. I mean, it's bad. I can actually see the corrosion with my naked eye. This was put in 2011. It's a year ago. Chrysler, you should be ashamed of yourselves.